seconds remaining.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 5. Today we're taking another look at the G9 lineup, the Brionne team, taking on Dungeons and Dagons, the Ransoms team. Last time, the only real upside to the Dungeons and Dagons lineup was that it was a really good Zeus game and the other two cores around him just died instantly. I didn't even really get to finish the analysis in the last game, so here's some more fun stuff for you. It was a good Zeus game, but the two tanky heroes that should have been standing in front of him just completely fell flat. The Ursa was like not even buying the right items to be tanky, not in that game. He wasn't buying anything that was going to get him through the ghosts. He wasn't buying anything that was going to get him through the Witch Doctor ult. The Ransoms on the Dawnbreaker, that just completely fell flat. Like that was almost not a hero. And as a result, even though Zeus was really the best hope that the Dungeons & Dragons lineup had, every fight they were able to just reach past all the other jabronis, take out Zeus, and then just complete the fight, like, you know, just ignoring him for the rest of it. This game, they're just going to ban out Kunkka, and then just all the stuff they faced the last game. And Undying. I don't think the Witch Doctor ban is necessary, just pick more stuns, my guys. That was the real problem last game, is that of the three cores, you had really one reliable way to stop the Witch Doctor. You know, the Dawnbreaker, by the time the stun comes out on the Dawnbreaker, the ult is already, like, killed you. Unless you ult in on top of the Witch Doctor ult, which can go very badly. The Zeus has the mini stuns, the only real way to do it. The Ursa couldn't do it at all. If it was Ursa versus Witch Doctor just uses Voodoo Switcheroo and wins! And pisses you off because you hate that skill being in the game. And I guess probably rightfully, if I'm being honest.
It's fucking... What can you do?
I mean, you definitely need something, because the problem is that Witch Doctor was unpickable before Voodoo Switcheroo, because it's like, you could have the slot completely closed by a member of the support line. So you couldn't pick it early, but it wasn't good enough to pick late. So you just couldn't pick the guy.
No, this is the badly designed hero then.
Just needs a different solution to the problem, that if not just you use your Starman and are now invincible. Brionne's going to be using the Tusk here. It's been working out pretty well for her in the last couple of weeks.
10 seconds remaining.
So a very car crash looking game the other day. This is interesting though, because they're kind of leaving pockets, the Rift of Pockets full to get kind of knocked out here. Honestly, if I was Dire, I'd ban out one more pocket hero. Oh.
So we got snowy heroes as the theme today.
Oh man, that just crashed OBS. I hope we're still on.
Yeah, too cold. So weather effects.
It's true. Actually, everything is now crashing. I suspect, yep, my disk usage has now spiked. Awesome. There we go. I don't know if that's going to show up in the recording or anything. I don't know how it's going to show up, but yeah. Sorry about that. OBS completely crashed. Almost, and came back here. Well, they don't have two bans, do they? I guess you just get rid of the Muerta here. Just play it safe.
Crystal Maiden, Drow Ranger, need more snow heroes.
It's true. Winter Wyvern.
Winter Wyvern, yeah.
Gotta get that Wyvern pick in. And Dungeons and Dagons might pick it. I guess they were kind of boomed after the last game where they had, oh, by the way, no stuns on their support line either. By the way, that also really helped. They had the
3 out of 5 heroes have been banned.
Yep. They had the Nature's Prophet with no CC. They had the Hoodwink with a net that doesn't actually stun. At least this game they have one stun. It's a very unreliable stun on the AA, but it's a stun on the support line. I think they kind of boomed themselves.
Volt stun thing that he might not have anymore. I think he still has it.
He does. I think they kind of boomed themselves last game when they banned out AA, and then the enemy team just picked a bunch of really good AA stuff. They're gonna pick up the Skyrath Mage here. The CLC? Yep. Yeah. Too early, my friends. It's very preventable at this point if Dungeons and Dagons chooses to do so.
You're an AA too, so like unless you're dueling the AA, you're at risk of dying. Unless you have, like Skyrath kind of faced over that a little bit, but like it has to be perfect every time. and they pick their save. It's looking.
5 seconds remaining.
This is the Wraith Kingest game I've ever seen for Dire right now.
It's been.
Oh crap, you're right, never
Dire
mind.
team pick.
Centaur, okay, I hate that immediately. I don't know why they picked that into this lineup.
It's an OD game, is what it is.
I think a Abaddon OD would be exactly what I would pick here. One target you can never duel, one target that you are forced to duel, or else you lose a fight until you can't do that anymore.
If you pick a bad OD, you also don't have a carry, but. But an Aura OD, I guess. More accurately.
No, I think
either here.
I think you do both. You just pick those there, and you just pick your puzzle on last, because I got last pick.
Oh yeah, just replace the Centaur, right?
This is G2, yeah. And yeah, replace the Centaur. Do you not like the Centaur? I hate this as a Centaur game. You got the Tusk who's able to block you from escaping. You've got the instant silence on the Skywrath Mage. You got the LC who's able to lock you in duel forever. So your ult is just purely initiate. Okay, they are gonna.
Centaur and Eva.
Huh? What
Where's
do you
my
mean?
OD?
What do you mean, Abaddon? It's too late for that now.
One OD plus 2.
I guess.
Well, maybe they'll do it.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe they'll do what I said and lose the game instantly.
That's true.
We have 0 carry.
5 seconds.
They'll have to win in 20 minutes, which is impossible against this team. They have a Tusk.
I mean, I like Abaddon LC, I always do. He's not the best hero in the world in the Skywrath Mage, but you do have, you have methods of dealing with that. Bringing out the Drow Ranger, who looks impossible to counter here right now.
It looks, I mean, you have Drow into Centaur, like, what more needs to be said?
You have Drow into Centaur, you have Drow into Abaddon, which I think is actually exactly as bad. One of the worst heroes for Abaddon to be facing into.
5 seconds remaining.
And this is presumably going to be an Abaddon higher up on the totem pole here, higher up in the chain of command. Unless it's like AA mid and Abaddon is a support, in which case, what are you doing?
I hope it's AA man. That would be so fucking funny.
Apparently Maniac once had to ask who you think plays that hero.
5
I assume
seconds
Undying is what he was asking about. Got met with a Grimstroke ban, and yeah, that is equally weird.
Do you think he's playing Rada in Season 12?
How'd Game 1 go? Dungeons and Dagons got stomped. Just a total roll.
It was a rough one.
Dungeons and Dagons is...
Not like it's gonna be much better, honestly.
Well, I mean, honestly, both teams kind of picked whacked lineups, but the Brionne team executed their kind of whack lineup really well. The Dungeons and Dagons lineup executed their whack lineup by having Ursa go to the enemy jungle and die like 4 times in the early game, so...
What do you pick as a carry against Drow Ranger?
Good question. Yeah. I mean, that's the,
Skywrath Mage, you don't get dueled that easily, I don't know. It's looking like a Spectre.
Yeah. I think it's basically their only option. They're very vulnerable to whatever the hell's going to be mid. At the very least, it's going to be pocket, so it might be just some weird thing that has 0 impact.
Damn, it's not very nice.
That's true. And just look at his Viper last game.
Well, a hero always has 0 impact in LD2L.
That's not true.
I feel like at least 75% of the times I've seen it, it's not nothing.
Damn.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, I think it's a very easy hero to botch, weirdly enough. It's a very simple hero, which means it's very easy to tell when it's gone wrong, because when it's gone wrong, there's not really any other substance to it, and it just flops. Like, if you're Viper and you're not ulting the right people, if you're Viper and you're not building that shard, you can see it
5 seconds
very easily.
remaining.
Spectre. Ban Spectre.
Yeah, they're waiting to hear it on the castle. We're saying Dire should pick.
Well, it's 1 minute reserve time, so I don't have time.
It's not true. You said that a long time ago. They banned the
I
Quap.
guess I did say it. Yeah, that's true.
What do they think D&D is about to pick?
They think Abaddon is pause 1.
They better not think that. This is an unplayable Abaddon P1 game. I mean, it's really good to the LC. That's all it's good for.
10 seconds remaining.
I think if I had to make a
5
call between who wins the
remaining.
pause 1 war between Drow Ranger and Abaddon, I think about 1,000 times out of 1,000 I would pick Drow Ranger. They really gotta screw it up if that's gonna win. Got a very free pick here. I don't necessarily know. I mean, this is gonna sound very pessimistic at this point, but they could pick just about anything, and I feel like they've already kind of got this.
Problem is, I don't know what you do as a centaur if you pick pause 1 last. Like, because either Abaddon or centaur has to go mid, so they can't pick a pause 1, or they have to send centaur mid. Like, I don't know.
They have to make Abaddon a support and send AA mid.
Yeah, but
I think that
That
is
any better than
actually,
what I said?
unironically, the best option they have right now.
we're cooked.
Yeah, it's not good. Just needed a mulligan on that centaur pick. That's really what the anchor is. If we were looking at like a Abaddon plus the OD here, I would be really happy, you know?
Okay, it's an Ember Spirit, which is fine in this game. It's like a standard Ember Spirit game.
Yeah. Not
Not
too good, not
terrible,
too
not
bad,
super
not like he
good.
has the game on his back anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't
5
matter, but
seconds
just a little supplemental for Drow, basically. And perhaps LC. What are your real win conditions?
I can't wait to see it! What are they gonna bring out?
Vector. It's Puck, alright. So Abaddon's pause 1.
Whee! Can I fast forward a live game, like...
I mean, there's good news with the Puck pick. That's really good in this game.
That's true, yeah. Well, it's mostly good. I can also get Skyrath
You can
and
get- you
Legion
can get
ulted.
dual, yeah. But
The second you get the duel on your face, you
You
just
just
die instantly.
you just hope that doesn't happen, I guess.
My pause one Abaddon.
As long as your LC is dealt with by other people on your team, you know,
Yeah, there you go.
like Abaddon.
Yeah, that's true. My pause one Abaddon. I feel seasick all of a sudden.
I think if Legion was on Dire, if you swap the Centaur and Legion, it would be like the most insane Legion game of all time.
It's true.
Except you get Snowball stage, it's like the only thing that's annoying.
So it would be a kind of sane LC game, really.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's Tusk. You can deal with that. You can just wait out Snowball and then duel.
There you go. What if he just saves Snowball for the duel?
Then you're both waiting.
Forever.
Yeah. Those seals never get used.
Oh my god, Average Peen's team is PP. Are we allowed to show that on Twitch?
No, you're not. You're not allowed to show an average fiend on Twitch.
Prepare for battle.
Actually, nobody on that's why this week is a gong show for this team. It's because nobody
Yeah,
on the
no team
Dire has a
spirit.
clan tag.
Where's the team spirit, guys?
As opposed to Radiant, where you have the 9Gs on 3 people out of 5. So that's
Yeah, not Maniac, though.
Nope, no, Maniac. He's just keeping this stupid griefer tag he's had since like season 3 forever.
30 seconds to battle.
Everyone saw Leaf do that, but nobody knew what the actual ramifications were, it seems. At least nobody cares about said ramifications yet. If you're wondering what you do for pause on Abaddon, it is Magic Wand, Phase Boots, Null Talisman, Radiance. Plus 16? Oh my god!
He got his whole plan out.
He got the 5-year plan going on.
Okay, there's a fight. I will go to that.
Yeah. Pocket got pretty hammered. He's not going to be too happy going into this mid lane.
This is what you do when you're playing here. You're not quite comfortable on, and then you just look up Dota 2 Pro Tracker and put the full build in there.
Yeah, baby. Just every item you can, every item you know, slap it in there. You know, I'm already not gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of the P1 Abaddon, but P1 Abaddon and the Drow Ranger just I hate it so much. So very much. It's like it's a very unfortunate situation for the Ransoms team, because no matter what happens, they're always going to be living in a world where their pause 1 matchup is completely unwinnable, and if they need to win their pause 1 matchup, if that's how the game shakes out, then life sucks.
Yeah, then they have literally no late game. Like, zeros are useless after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Including Abba. Unless he has a billion kills.
Skill. Yeah. I guess the better way to put it is this team is useless once both teams reach like the threshold of like where they'd be at in around 30 minutes. Unless the game is just a total rout. It's really what it is looking like to me. This has to be a rout for Ransom's team to win this. I don't know if that's where the smart money's at. I don't know, average PM missed a range creep. Or not the main range creep, missed the tower last hit, and then got the range creep denied. Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't even like this lane, like...
Centaur has 2 last hits.
All that needs to happen for this Abaddon pause 1 safe lane to go bad, which, I mean, that's usually nominally the only thing you're going to get. At least you're going to beat most off lanes.
Centaur still has 2 last hits. Oh, he got his 3rd.
There we go, hey. Fantastic.
He's about to get this whole wave if he doesn't creep.
The only upside you're going to have as this Abaddon is that you're going to be able to win this safe lane. At least you should be able to win it pretty easily. You should be beating most off lanes, or at least being able to fight them to the death pretty reliably. Problem is they've got the Skywrath in this other lane, and like 1 point of silence, and they actually have kill potential on the Abaddon even before 6. Who won game 1? That would be the Brionne lineup.
Oh.
And Tiki said it, so you're gonna hear it again in 2 minutes.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Dire's courier took a trip to the old family farm, if you're wondering.
True. Puck going deep against the Ember Spirit here.
Puck is behind Ember's tower right now, dragging his wave. What?
Just wants to equalize the lane here, perhaps. Just wants to.
Look at. Why is the Centaur not hitting creeps? What's going on?
He can't get close to the wave against the Tusk and Drow Ranger lane. Is the answer. So the only way he's getting last hits at all is literally just pulling creeps way out of the lane and just hitting them like alone.
That's really cursed. Well, I guess Shroud wasn't hitting that many either, but.
They're really low here. Possibility of his death exists.
No. Unless he gets multi-shot.
Like this.
Like that,
First blood for the Drow Ranger. Almost falls into the second one.
Drag back to that tree before she can do anything.
Yep.
Okay, this bot lane could best be described as a disaster.
Yeah, it's a bad day for Ransoms. Brionne Team LP, yeah, they've lost 1 game. It was kind of like a self-grief. They cleaned up the number 2 team, and now they're cleaning up the number 3 team, so, perhaps perhaps the rest of the season, when we get to bracket, everyone is going to be praying for a choke, or everybody is going to be praying for number 2. It looks like is what's going on here.
Do we all hate the number 1 team every year automatically?
Well, yeah, everybody who's not the number 1 team hates the number 1 team automatically. They're going hard on the Hoodwink there. Almost sacrifices her life for it. Turns it around on the Centaur who interdicted here. Now the Centaur might actually be in trouble, but...
No, he's not taking enough damage.
Still staying close this way, very close. That was a Falcon Blade, just to run over the lane a little more.
With this 2 points in retaliate now, like, it's pretty hard for the Drow to hit the Centaur.
I think you would be surprised, especially considering that multi-shot completely ignores retaliate.
Okay,
so
yeah, this bot lane looks,
I'm sure the pause one of Ban's gonna turn it around.
I mean, Drow doesn't have that many last hits, so he like +7 × 3, so I don't know.
You remember earlier I was talking about how at least a Baden wins the safe lane? He's down a last hit. Maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe there's some kind of really epic master plan. Maybe there's some kind of cheese that Jumpman's got in his pocket here that's gonna make this make sense.
Yeah. Maybe there's some kind of cheese that will save my AA. It's fine.
Yep.
Ember Spirits? Puck? Both mids are dying?
2v2 here at the rune spot.
Oh.
Looks like Brionne's gonna be the one to actually go down. Oh no! Average P misses silence!
Oh.
But just barely gets the Tusk at the very maximum extent of that auto attack there.
So without raindrops, Ember Spirit would be dead in that fight. Just pointing that out.
Raindrops are a good item to have against a guy like Puck. And also AA died before 6. Could not even save the AA in this lane.
Yeah, he did. It's kind of unfortunate.
They gave Leaf Hoodwink. They gave Leaf Hoodwink both games. In game 1, they still stomped. Baden got those phase boots.
To be fair.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the Leaf Hoodwink did still do good. It just didn't win the game.
Centaur's dying.
Oh,
nice
man,
net
so close,
again.
Yeah. If it was not for the Hoodwink, that would have been a very dead Centaur. Drow has bought an entire pair of power treads and has not called them off of the courier. Hit that button, Lemonhead. Thank you.
Yeah, hit F3.
Ember Spirit moves to top as if he needs to do that and just squashes the A one more time.
Popsicle. Yeah. Go stop and eat some popsicle.
Just needs to cool down. Has given Puck the advantage in terms of last hits and mid, though Ember Spirit has been a participant in a kill, so... I guess Puck has too, so it's currently favoring Puck just a little bit. It's a level up, for example.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, the vast majority of the level. Puck get an Invis rune. Not Invis rune, Illusion rune, rather. Going to top here.
Top lane.
Baden almost died before Puck even got there.
Oh, Ember's here.
The Ember was the first to show up, but Average Mean's gonna assassinate the Legion Commander.
Yeah, little Dream Coil there.
Overall, the trade favors the Dire. Centaur in the ice again. They know the Leaf's not here, and so he's at easy pickings. Let's see it now. 0-3, 23 last hits. This guy is like not even a hero in this game.
Good God.
Building a Vanguard. You don't do this, Mr. Ransoms. This doesn't help you against the Drow Ranger. Not only do the Frost Arrows do bonus damage that pretty much just inerts the block anyway, the multi-shot literally doesn't care about damage block at all. Leaf on Hoodwink is very good, but the only reason this it's not even worth for the Centaur is because of the Hoodwink. Baden dead? No, just very close. God, they're bullying the poor guy at this point. They're starting to lose the last hit war. He's actually riding home. Has to. Which means there's a non-zero chance he TP's back into level 6. So that's not good. The LC is definitely going to beat him to level 6 at this point, which means that they could definitely get in the situation where the first duel comes out on him before he has ult.
Dire's middle tower
Average Fiend
is under
takes a
attack.
haste rune. Pocket, not happy with this situation, but he can only lodge protests. Yeah, the LC has duel. They have the duel, but the Skywrath did not have his ult. Abaddon hits level 6 from creeps dying around him. Skywrath ran out of mana there. That was awkward. Immediately buys a Sage's Mask to attempt to prevent that from happening again. And okay, Pocket's here.
Okay.
Pocket is gonna get this guy killed. Oh yeah, he's as dead as he can get.
Chaos for my Scarab. Oh?
No, he's
He
living.
saved himself.
There we go.
Nice
They play with their food. They assumed he was dead, and instead of killing the bad, they lose the LC. So there's that.
They do not.
Yeah, Tuscan just in the back line here, just beating people up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This Puck is making plays right now.
On him. Oh no, the bowling ball. Okay. Out of mana.
Alright, much ado about nothing, even though that looked crazy.
Yep, 1 for 1, LC for the AA, so that's a win for the Dire. Almost super disastrous. If the Abaddon died there, that would have been really... I mean, yeah, if he died there, it would have been really bad. This is going to be a very early game-oriented team, and just losing guys early on is going to suck, no matter what. Look at the net worth chart here. Puck is ahead of everybody else, so that's the good news. The bad news is that the Centaur is not really above the... Centaur is not really above the support line considerably.
Well, I mean, he had 2 last hits in 3 minutes.
Shouts to Kingfisher, who is showing up to a series where Jumpman got stomped game 1 and is about to get stomped game 2.
Oh, Pocket's getting gone
maybe
on.
not. They got Pocket in this really awkward position.
Pocket's
here.
really dead.
He has no way out. He had no remnants. And, you just ate it. Pulling the desperation plays here. This is good. I need to win this early game.
Yeah, you have like a...
Oh, hi, Golden Dragon.
Like
Easiest
Puck
goal.
and...
That was a totally unnecessary Skyrath ult.
You might as well do it, yeah.
So
you have Puck and a Hoodwinker. Those are the main problems in this game. Like, Hoodwink again, and then Puck. Like,
they're going on the drow! They're going on the
sick
drow.
of
This
right
looks
now.
like it could really happen. Centaur body blocking. TP's
They
coming
do
in.
0 damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In fact, Centaur is dead. Oh no.
Oh.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle tower
had
is
to
under
dodge a
Little
hook ult
dodge.
there. Okay, Drow, get back. You got the kill. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Oh, tail?
Nope.
No, that's...
nobody home. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's rough when you're in a game where there's not really that many great answers to Drow, and she's top of the net worth charts at 13 minutes.
Much needed coin.
You have 2 people who can get in her face and not win the fight, and 1 person who cannot win the fight. So that's your core trio.
Dire's top
Make it
tower
3v1.
is under attack.
There's that.
Alright, Jumpman pops the ult. They're gonna get the LC here. Just gets chain stunned.
We'll see who is the only core dying.
Yep.
That's not true, Pocket died. But Drow's 5-0-0. I mean,
Centaur finally got that Vanguard here at 13 minutes. Got the Vanguard in time to watch the... Okay, they got a 2-man smoke on the Dire support line here. Looking for Drow, they're gonna run into her. They're gonna get her, this
they're
is
gonna
a
kill her.
Yep.
That's a sickening support combo, actually. Now that I see that in action, like... If they can do that to Drow, they will kill her every single time, I feel like, for BKB.
Is this a carry? Yeah, but yeah, it's pause 1.
like BKB is necessary.
Hey, just run over the abandoned kind. Probably not good to be trading your 1 for a 1 at 14 minutes with a very early game oriented lineup, but hey. Second duel for LC, 20 duel damage now.
It's also going to force Radiant to play a little more conservatively, because, I mean, you're dying to supports, so you either have to get these 3 to start protecting draw more, or like, play more conservatively on the draw.
Just play with the team.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or draw moves up to farm around them, which is what she's choosing to do.
Dire's top tower
That's what I meant, but yeah. Oh, Drow's about to get the biggest stack in the whole world.
Can she kill this?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
She has multi-shot, Randy. I mean,
Radiant's
yeah, I know,
bottom tower is under attack.
at least she's not number 1 on the net worth charts anymore. That's Puck now, because of
Radiant's
that
bottom
support
tower has fallen.
go. The Puck that they're actually all going to walk into here. But they can't actually catch her. And everybody TPs
Oh my
on it.
god.
Literally a whole team of TPs to save the Puck. And it does work.
AI plus. Nobody saw it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. Puck gets the arcane rune. There's Smoking looking to come back in. And immediately gets broken on average ban.
Green coil. No blink. They're still gonna get a pretty good one here.
Yeah, 2-man coil Puck! She's dead! The Puck is dead. They've traded Puck for the Ember Spirit and the LC. Girl's actually in this fight, which is a little nuts.
That's
okay,
insane.
no, this is wrong. Just kills herself on the Centaur. Oh no.
My God. How do you let this hero through again? I mean, you won the first game, like.
Well, that was
clearly an
awkward.
issue, no?
Oh no, trust me, my 2 Karma, it is always a grief when Renee is playing a hero.
That's true.
So that's how you can tell that there's a grief going on if he's playing one. Mage Slayer, getting close to done on the Ember Spirit. So I think they're playing this a little cockily on the rating here. They do definitely have to be conscious about that Puck. As bad of a game as this is for everything else, it is still a pretty good Puck game. And like the idea of Puck just 1v9ing and bowling over the enemy team early game is not inconceivable or anything. It's not
Puck
terribly
destroys
likely.
your Ember Spirit, destroys your Draw Ranger, and is pretty unfortunate for your Legion, unless she duels you.
Yeah. Upside is
She
if she
has
duels
to.
you, she's gonna get the win every time, but you know. I mean, hell, that last fight, the LC didn't even duel the Puck. Died actually before that was even a possibility, and the Puck still
He's
died.
stood in a Skyrath, well, what can you do?
He didn't stand in a Skyrath, all to get stunned inside of it.
There you go. Did he get netted in it? No, the Blink's on his team. Fucking, he got a Tusked, I guess.
You got Ember Spirited.
Ember Spirit chains.
Rip the Skyrath. What is he doing here?
I don't know. Just filling.
You don't need to find me a co-caster who'll flame you. Any co-caster will flame you.
What, do I not flame good enough? What do you mean?
I assume he's talking about for the Wednesday games.
Oh.
And potentially, well, if I get more than the 2 Wednesday games, I'm just gonna do another stream next week on Wednesday since we're getting the Sunday off, so. Or I could just like do those next Sunday or something. Yeah, in fact, you know what, I think I'll probably just do that. I'll probably just do the second stream that Sunday. Everybody stop to take a breath here, which, you might be surprised to hear this. It's going to favor the Radiant for the most part. Dragon Scepter is nearly done.
Radiant's top tower is under
LC
attack.
just got something. It was a blink.
That's
They have a
exactly
blink
what I
on the
said.
LC.
They should have done after the last wave, which is play conservatively. Although we are 5 men smoking,
Yeah.
so I guess it's not that conservative.
I mean, I think it's honestly 5. They just got the blink dagger on the LC, so they can
Radiant's
blink
top
duel the
tower
puck.
is under attack.
Yeah,
And they will, in fact, do
they're
that.
gonna do. Oh,
And,
nine? He
goes
is
down,
nine.
wins the duel.
Four.
They're gonna trade the LC for it. Centaur ult going nowhere quick. They're gonna take him out too. The AA just gets knocked out on the side. Okay, maybe they're not gonna take him out because the actual cores aren't here. Okay, there we go.
fight is like splintered. Yeah,
Yep.
Dags on draw.
Oh, they got one more kill off the side as well. The Ember Spear just chased down the funny squirrel. The only survivor is the Pause One Abaddon. Hopefully he wins late game. 25 spoilers, Renee! Come on! 2,500 gold on the Radiant here. 62 gold made by the Dire. You know you're in a good situation where you have a 4-for-1 team fight and you still make money. But 4-for-1 and LC's not mad because she won a duel, so.
Yeah, that's a
Dire's
good play.
middle tower
Good play by
is
the
under
Tusk to ensure it by spending the Walrus Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Because he might not have died without that.
Luckily, I'm just not consciously reading chat right now, so. All the draft spoilers and shit that Renee was posting, I'm not gonna read.
A lucky find.
Says here he picked Lone Druid support.
Chat button. I could. There, I killed it. Damn it, that did not update my little chat
Radiant
client
are
thing.
scanning.
Oh well. I'll just not look at that side of the screen until it goes away.
Dire's middle tower is under
They're gonna do the Tormentor here. It's a very
Hey, it's
slow
like-
Tormentor. Hey, almost dies. Zeus ult now.
The impossible tormentor, you might
Yeah.
say.
They have a ban. Why did they do it with him?
He's busy.
It's true. Attack, says Jumpman.
He's busy standing by his T1 making calls, I guess.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, that was me, Renee, because you were spoiling things about your draft in your game. They try to get a counterattack gank at the Twin Gates here, and then they just get completely bowled. I guess they were expecting Radiant to slowly trickle through the Twin Gate, because Average Peen was literally just standing on the other side and got melted instantly.
Yeah.
So that's awkward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's very awkward.
Oh, you're talking about some unranked game. Okay, I don't care then. And now Radiant's gonna do the Tormentor. It's much easier for them, but they're gonna lose Maniac anyway. Very nice.
Wow. It's a sad game for tormentors.
Yeah, they lost Maniac, but they still got the shard
Yeah.
on him.
You get 1,400 gold for your life. Do you take this trade?
That depends on whether the next few minutes of your life would have been worth 1,400 gold. I'm going to guess no in this case, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah, well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ben working on Harpoon. As is Radiance at this point. They're replacing the net worth chart. It's just so oppressive to just be living in this world where I'm looking at Drow Ranger in first place. 2 grand above second place, which is a Puck who's building defensive items right now. Building a very quick Lincoln
Radiant's
Sphere,
bottom
because he
tower
just
is
knows,
under attack.
Oh, okay.
very bad if he gets to duel on him. Another duel win is going to, What? You went in on that?
That's kind of crazy.
Crazy talk. It's gonna be okay, though.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to get out.
It's like a...
Never mind, it's not gonna be okay.
Pocket?
It's not gonna be okay at all.
Blink out of the Roche pit.
Silence Roche.
No, not like this.
And oh, look at that! Brionne found a funny little squirrel on the sidelines.
Okay.
This feels horrible. I mean,
Let him pull out,
Top
yeah.
tower is under attack.
oh no, baby, that's just a great example of what I was talking about the Centaur earlier on in the cast. It's like they just have so much to follow the Centaur altar to stop it from. They use so much that was going to prevent the Centaur ult from being awesome, and I was like, okay, they just lost that. And then they still got the kill on Puck. 0 for 3.
Dire's
About
Crazy
2000.
positioning from
is under
Pocket.
attack.
Yeah. Good, very quick on the draw on the Maniac as well. Got himself a Blink Dagger first this game.
Dire's
Definitely showed itself. I mean, that fight alone made the Blink Dagger first worth it. A ult comes in. The LC actually has to leave now or else she dies. Dire is coming in here.
This is kind of iffy. This is extremely iffy.
The Drow
Drow
still got
got
the Aegis. It's not iffy anymore. Actually, in fact, the
Yeah,
Dire are just going to
good.
die now. They're going to take the Aegis off of the Drow Rangers. It's not going to last very long. The Abaddon ult did nothing. The Abaddon ult did nothing, and LC wins the duel 1 frame before her untimely death.
They got the Roche kill.
That's true.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They can sleep easy tonight.
Did you get minus social credit? No. Don't worry. The minus social credit thing only happens on my Discord server. You know, I've had this Discord server link on my channel that just links to, like, the server that you're in and you never talk in, Randy. Like, never even look at. I have a link in my channel to that server and nobody has clicked that, or link to the server in my channel and nobody has clicked it yet, and it's been there for like a month and a half and I've mentioned it twice. So that's
Sad.
awesome. Yeah. Hey Randy, you're a doctor, right?
I'm a doctor.
Is this a terminal patient or what? How would you even possibly win
pretty
this
bad.
fire?
It's pretty bad. I mean,
Feels like
they just got
your
an insane looking Roche fight and they didn't even get anything out of it. Like,
your one win condition is now 4 and 5. Just kind of died 3 times in a row. That really much to show for it. It's about as
Yeah.
close to her Lincoln Sphere as she was last time I was looking at it. I mean, it's really starting to get to the point where that Lincoln Sphere doesn't even matter. Like, we're starting to get to the point, like, later on in this game, just the Ember alone is going to be able to trash this Puck. We're getting, like, to that point. Not that long from now. LC getting the Ags here. If only she knew that the Puck was getting the Lincoln Sphere.
Dire's bottom
Manta
tower
nearly
is
out
under
of the Drow
attack.
it's like a
Ranger.
very good Lincoln's game too. I think the only Skyrath can pop
Dire's
it, but
bottom
Crimson
tower
Guard
is
on the Centaur Warrunner, which, for reasons I've already elaborated on, literally useless in this game. Doesn't do anything.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't think
Also,
it.
number
I
four,
don't
bro.
think it properly
Tower is under
works
attack.
on the Sleight of Fist either. It might, but it definitely doesn't work on the Drow multi-shot, which is really the important thing.
Dire's bottom tower is
yeah.
under
Plus
attack.
Ember's doing mainly
Radiant's middle tower is
Remnant
under
plus
attack.
Chains plus Flame Guard damage. And stuff.
Yeah,
Radiant's
he isn't really
So-
built for
tower is
right
under
click
attack.
so much yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower
But
has
it just
fallen.
never. Oh, they almost get average being there on
Nice,
the blink
take
duel.
away.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh.
attack.
They're kind of waiting for a
Graceful.
counter initiate here. They
Oh.
found Golden Dragon on the board here. Tried to Ghost Scepter get out, instead just gave LC another duel. Actually has the everybody wins duel. Oh no, Brionne.
Brionne's clipped.
Radiant's middle
She can get down
tower is
3,
under
2.
attack.
Oh, that works too.
Oh, there you go. And has accidentally made a stack for Drow to take, so there's that.
That's the most skilled stack you'll ever see.
Everyone I see in the chat is an LD2L out. No, that link does not go to the LD2L Discord server.
It would be funny though.
That would be funny, yeah.
A prize.
This will do nicely.
Maybe I should put a link to the LD2 Discord server down there, actually. It won't be a bad idea, I don't think. There have been a couple of people who come in. But that would mean that Greg would have to set up some kind of, like, anti-like, griefer things. Yeah, he's got to do that if you put a Discord server link in a public place. Like I did in my server. I put in an anti-grief thing, so... Taking out T2 top, just the most casual rollover this T2 top I've ever seen. And has his harpoon by now. For Manta. Beating out the Abaddon ult here. Here it comes.
Uncrush, that's her.
They have silenced him. This is crazy talk on Jumpman's part. Another Dolan.
I think you just keep walking. Like, you'll still die, but at least you won't waste the TP.
And you'll waste a little bit more of their time doing so.
Yeah.
Apparently Renee is going to show me what a real PMA player is like. So what, he's gonna get like stood in for, or? Oh no, I was looking away and average speed died again. Okay, so they've lost their pause 1, they've lost their pause 2, they've lost their pause 3.
They're chain feeding right now, guys.
They almost got Skywrath Mage, that's the good news.
Yeah, well.
Going for the shard here, which indicates to me they're looking to end the game soon, I think. The only reason you would get that this game is just for the better uphill. Drow Ranger cares so little about anything at this point that she just used Manta style to push a little better. Alone. Here comes the Ale.
Next busted. This to be a little annoying.
And this T3 tower survives with a King's Ransom of 30 HP.
It's about to die though.
I'm not really sure why they glyphed that.
They get a free one, no? Yeah, they do.
They get a free one when the melee rax goes down. You don't get a free glyph for it.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's good. I like that change.
It is good. Yeah, really it's good. It's good, but I didn't expect them to do it.
They've pulled LC together around here. I'm gonna get rid of Maniac.
This is actually really bad for Radiant.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just gonna lose everybody here. The Ember Spirit got way too overeager to go on backline there and just pretty much ignored the team fight looking for supports that he wasn't even gonna get. No, for 3, that's about a 5k net worth swing. I think that was just greed in a lot of ways for the Radiant. They just wanted to...
3 more of those and this game is in play.
About 3 more of those, and like literally nobody dies on the Dire, and they're able to win like less than 10 minutes after it happens. The game is back in play for the Dire.
Just a few little things, you know.
It's a sign of life. It's something. They didn't just roll over and die.
Wait, you mean like in the first game?
Skywrath nearly to Ags. And they got rid of his weird arcane shield thing. That's lame.
Yeah, well, rip.
I had some like things cooking with that.
Now you gotta cook with 2 arcane bolts.
Yeah, you gotta cook with just like... They just took one part of his eggs and put it on his shard.
It's very strange. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. Speaking of Ags, Tusk Ags almost done. So they almost had the Walrus kick. Not that it particularly matters that much here, I don't think. Just one more thing to buy you time and space for the Centaur ult. One's looking at Pocket here. Hey, ult's coming. That's not gonna land on anything. He's got a Twin Gate up here with the rest of his team. They're gonna do Tormentor again. Because they just hate Maniac's life and they want to see how fast he can die. There we go. Snowball saved from the Tormentor. Free shard for the
never seen that one before.
And that's gonna pop her dual victory damage to 160. Going to give 25 to the Ember Spirit, 15 to the Drow Ranger, 30 to the Puck, 30 Tusk, and 35 to the Skywrath Mage, not to the Puck. Nobody on Dire has any duel damage. They haven't won any duels, so. Going for BKB next on the LC. Makes some sense, I suppose. Ag's now out for the Tusk. Ag's now out for the Skyrath Mage. Manta nearly out for the Abaddon. He's really got that classic Abaddon P1 build. Do you think he knows that doesn't do anything? Yeah. I mean, he's got to. He's literally playing the hero, but...
Yeah.
It's like nothing to like get rid of or anything. Okay, this is kind of bad. They're just gonna annihilate the LC before she's able to do anything here. Everybody who shows up gets sidelined by the...
Pocket?
By the Centaur Warrunner. Drow is pretty late to this fight. She is going to at least be able to get rid of the Centaur Warrunner. And she dies of his blade mail. That's a little embarrassing.
What is going on right now?
Gonna take the puck for it. 2 for 2 trade. That right now that benefits the Dire. Well, in a way that benefits the Dire, but wasn't really enough of a victory to benefit them as much as they needed.
I don't know what happened to Brionne team. They're suddenly like a pup team. Like you have Ember playing a completely different game than the supports.
Okay, never mind. Now it definitely favors the Brionne team. They turned that 2 for 2 to a 2 for 3. But yeah, everybody is starting to like play like very. I think they're just so confident in their victory. They're just starting to play sloppy here. Just starting to put themselves out of position, starting to ignore the idea of like smoke ganking or anything. Starting to ignore the side objectives. They really rather, I think, would want to do Roche here. Brionne is saying, let's do that, actually. It's the right thing to say. Mid-racks are being hit by catapults. Well, luckily they stopped attacking the one that doesn't grow back, so...
Think. How long will this be allowed to go on?
They have Ags out on the Ember Spirit. Is BKB not even actually at 6 seconds yet? They bought an entire BKB on Drow Ranger just to make sure that never happens again.
I don't know where Pockets Remnant was in that last fight. He like BKB'd and remmed into out of the Dream Coil. It might have been like way far back. He might have had a remnant he forgot about or something.
Could be.
Not sure though. Can't
Radiant
confirm.
are going to shred poor Roshan.
Yep, and Drow has the space for it.
Honestly, at this point, I almost think it would have been better on the LC, but because she's having a problem living to see the first duel at this point.
Well, it's
really
just
awkward.
'cause she gets gone on, which is better for the Drow that she doesn't get gone on. To be fair.
BKB coming up very soon. Skyrath looking at Scythe of Vice. Dusk looking at absolutely nothing, has no more ambitions in this world, has gone full Buddhist. Drow is just going to stand on her little cliff and fire shots at the racks here. If Drow have BKB, you're going to be very surprised to hear the answer to that question in a minute here. Everyone sees Jumpman. Literally everybody in the game pings Jumpman walking out of base. What a gaff that would have been. Three and a half minutes left on the Aegis. Ember is going to temporarily pop out to clear the waves here. A is going to lift the ult. They're going to get the LC again. She's going to die before ulting again.
Okay.
Yep. Ben has to skip town because he's really low HP. And he is going to... Centaur alone is going to commit to the rest of the fight. So, you know, Centaur and the Puck are going to commit to the rest of the fight. First life goes down.
Okay, there's dying casually.
Drow misses the stun there. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, they have nothing for the Drow's second life.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy back on Centaur.
They have it now. They have to back.
Awkward again. I think just should have had the second life in the LC there. I don't think the Drow loses her first life if the LC gets the second one. She's just getting picked way too easily at this point.
Yeah, like the supports can kill anybody they want to, and they just point at LC at the start of every fight.
Yeah. 3-for-1 trade, well, 2-for-1 trade plus the Aegis, really. Looks like it's a benefit for the Dire, but there's a buyback on it, so it doesn't really do much for them. Did I actually use her 9-second BKB? She did not, so...
Nope.
Almost feels like LC needs like Aeon Disc or something, or like a Lincoln's of her own. Because it feels like what happens every time is she just gets stunned, and by the time the first stun is done, she's done. Yeah, Ember Spirit is just gonna casually die here, okay. Is this really just gonna be Puck 1v9 at this point? Is that what it's gonna turn into?
Hey, that was a hoodwink play, not a Puck play.
That's true, but they don't get the kill if Puck doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of crazy, like, these supports on the Dire, just carrying.
They gonna have Drone in awkward position here. They're gonna duel out the Centaur.
Yeah, this looks terrible for Dire.
Has used her 9-second BKB, looking for the Abaddon.
Oh, the kick! He kicked.
Yeah, that was an awkward kick. Here's the Abaddon ult. Oh no, the Drought.
Oh no. Not like this.
Only now is the pocket actually in the fight here.
The walrus kick you don't want to see.
Yeah. They're gonna lose Puck.
It doesn't matter anyway.
2-for-3 trade at the end of the day. That is not a useful fight recap. So you almost just caught Hoodwink there, but... Yeah, it feels like the Radiant are having a very hard time actually getting 5 people to be able to fight. Like, every fight, somebody just randomly dies before anything happens. What is going on here? These two just running back and forth!
Oh no. He's the throw.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. This is how you beat the Brionne team. You get them to throw. Tool out on the Hoodwink. Gonna be a win.
I know. You're not gonna die now?
Yeah, she's gonna die. Batten has ult again. 5-for-3 at the end of the day.
Is that walrus kick the first stone down the mountain?
Could be.
I don't know about that one.
3,214 gold changes hands. The Brionne team has actually at this point nearly lost their lead entirely. They are really severely misplaying. This should be like 5-for-0 every fight, and I'm not gonna pretend it's Ransoms team doing the good job here. Brionne team is throwing very badly. Like, they're getting owned by a hero that does 0 damage as a plus 1. They cannot lose to this. That would be embarrassing.
There's like small parts where Dire is like playing sick, like Hoodwink in particular, and like Puck.
It's true, yeah, the Hoodwink and the Puck are doing a very good job keeping this job alive. Ransoms doing the best he can to keep this game alive. But this really is just like, somebody on Radiant just stands at like this awkwardly forward position trying to go uphill, and then he dies. And then Dire just 1v5s that guy, lose nobody, and then the Radiant just take a bad 4v5 and lose. That's what's happening over and over and over. And yeah, that was a very pointless LC buyback in the end, which is really bad. Maybe it's mean to say that this is just like a pure throw from the Brionne team if they lose this, but they really are just going there. This is really just all predicated on misplays and mistakes by them. 5-man smoke here. What are they looking for? Well, looking for Roche. He couldn't even possibly be back up yet. Looking for top lane. She got broken. Puck would be good.
And
they could actually kill her. Oh, they're gonna go for Centaur.
Oh.
Musiac's still here, and just get rid of her. Get rid of the Centaur immediately. Brionne's actually in the back of this, looking for the Puck here. Not like it's gonna matter much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doesn't leave.
Drow's going to go back home to stop this little bit of ratting going on here at the bot lane. Leaf is also there to continue being annoying. The Dire just pressuring all the laves at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to get them to split.
They don't know where Average Pain is. He's gonna TP before they get anything done. Didn't really get everybody to split, just kind of got everybody on Dire to just go home there. They did not take that particular bait. Drow looking for the Daedalus here.
Dire are scanning.
Check out this ammo keeping a farm parity with the Drow Ranger.
It's true, yeah, she's not fighting, so. Or she's not farming, really. She's been pretty much purely fighting for a little while. Well, Abaddon has been mostly hitting creeps and just showing up the fights when they get airy. He is pretty much 6-slotted now. He has his shard and his Ags. That's Ag's Blessing, that's all he's got. Moon Shard, I guess. Leaf is like in their fountain area. Leaf is like right behind their fountain. Just got caught by the Drow.
Okay, rest in peace.
No, she's gonna be
TP
fine.
away.
Yep.
Don't know what he was doing, but
Probably looking for courier snipes. Average Pain went on the LC.
What?
They just popped duel. They just popped Lincolns with a duel. That's not good. That's not really not good.
Look, is not
Drow's
dead.
here. Yeah.
Jumpman's godlike.
They didn't. They just like didn't know, I guess, that the puck had Lincoln somehow. It's still been befuddling them. Centaur hasn't.
Drow, no.
Oh.
Not like this. You're gonna die.
She is gonna die.
Killed herself on blade mill like 3 times. Oh no.
4 for 0.
Oh boy.
How did they not know? How did they not know the puck had the Lincoln? She's had it forever and they blew the duel on it.
Puck has the rapier and quick play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, there we go. More sand.
Radiant's bottom tower is under Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Goodbye, Pocket!
Top tower is under attack.
He did not actually. Yep, the puck just looks at the base. Wow.
Dire's courier
Alright.
They killed Parasma on the courier for Average
They
Pain. They're
can
going
get
to
megas.
T4s.
Or they can win.
is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They are going to win.
Puck doesn't even have a right-click build. Oh, they put Centaur in the fountain.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, they bladed him out.
Okay. And they're gonna just win the game. Alright.
Radiant's
That's
middle
it.
tower is down. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well. Okay, Puck almost died. And
GG.
yeah, there we go. 1 for 1. So there's that. I would love to say that this was some kind of awesome, great victory by the Dungeons and Dagons team. I really wish I could say that they played like 3 million IQ geniuses and embarrassed the G9 lineup on their own metric. Unfortunately, it has to happen at least a few times a season. No, this is a G9 throw all the way through. This was just, they were up, they got complacent. My computer has frozen. They got up, they got complacent. They let this, they let the by far worst pause 1 in the game run over them. Like, you could analyze builds. You could analyze the item builds. I think Pocket might not have been doing himself that many favors by just going all in on this magic damage build at the end of the day when the team already had so much magic damage, when it's awkward to use that against the Abaddon. Because when you're fizz damage, you can pace yourself against the Abaddon ult. You can wait for the Abaddon ult to wear off and then just beat him to smithereens. You can wait for the puck to use all this stuff and then beat the puck to smithereens. When you're going all in on the Yags and the magic damage, that means you're really letting them dictate the fight. You have to time your stuff all around them. And if Buck just jaunts your big Remnant Rush, then you did nothing as zero impact. You could look into stuff like that. But really what the situation is at the end of the day is more to they just let their guard down. They just got very overconfident with their lead, let their guard down, and just got destroyed. This game was a loss for the Radiant for one major reason, because like 5 times in a row, you had the exact same encounter, the exact same circumstance of some guy on the Radiant says, we're ahead, I'm invincible, I'm going to just split on my own, be really close to the enemies, be really close to here. I want to get this objective, or I want to get this easy wave, or I want to get this easy kill, I want to kill the squirrel, right? Radiant says that. They lose a guy. They start a fight without like one of their major ults. They lose the fight. Then they just repeat. They just rinse and repeat. That's really what happened this game. And again, as I always say, there is skill required to identify that that the enemy in general is making a mistake and capitalized on it, right? There is skill involved in that situation, and making that judgment call and taking that advantage. That being said, though, yeah, this was a rough watch for G9. This is a game that they should have like had all over. I mean, you have a pause 1 that literally doesn't scale at all. You have a pause 2 that didn't build right-click items, and thus is not like an end-game hero. They lost to it. Trust and Leaf Hoodwink, it got stomped game 1. That's not it. Again, I'd love to say, this great move by the Dire won them the game. This terrible move by the Radiant lost them the game. That's long and short of it right there, I think. Anything to add to that, Randy? Is he even here? I don't even think so. So I'm just gonna continue talking. Yeah. Big throw by Brionne team. I'm sure Greg is going to kick their asses tomorrow or something. Just super awkward. Shouldn't it like? Yeah, everybody would have lost money on this game. They had such a bad draft. They won. Ugh. Ugh. What happened, man? We were sweating. You were sweating. You were average pain was. Felt like Ransoms was, even though he was on a 0 impact hero and started with a 0 impact item in this game. But there was a lot of sweat going on in the Dire. They did play hard. They did take every advantage they could. But those things alone did not win them this game, unfortunately, as awesome as it would be to say. It always feels bad, because I always feel like whenever this happens, I'm just blaming both teams. But what are you going to do? If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 in a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, but it's not too late for queues popping everywhere you look. It's not too late to stand in. Stand-ins always needed. It is not too late to even get in on in-houses. Super duper ultra special thanks to my subscribers. Literally could not do this season without you. I mean that very literally could not do this season without you. Whenever you subscribe, you never have to watch an ad again, so if you hate the ads, sorry about those. But if you hate the ads, just drop a sub. $5 your Prime sub, right? Goes a very, very long way. And we will see you next time, this Wednesday, with the recording games. And if we get 2 sets of recording games, we'll do a second one Sunday. See you then!